Does anybody think any of the props or any of the concepts or anything specific to the video doesn't fit each other? Maybe are there any conflicts with the ideas or the props?
I think maybe the transition between the sunset and everything to the studio, unless you maybe have like a cool camera trick or maybe some transition you could do. But besides that, maybe the lighting, you have to get lighting perfectly right, and just make it work. So have you got anything for that?
Well, I had an idea. Well, I didn't draw it in the storyboard specifically, the one I'm practicing now. The idea was to, at the end where you get to the recording studio, like the last frames of the recording studio, you see him pick up the guitar, put the rose in his hat, and then walk out. So it sort of links to show that, like, the recording studio is before he went to the forest, and the opening shot of the forest is him walking into it. You know what I mean? So it shows that he's leaving, and then like it trails back to the beginning where he's entering the new story. So it's like working in.
Are you sure you're gonna be able to convey that? So that's how you envisioned it?
I can try. I mean,
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, James.
Okay, well, firstly, maybe to show the time difference, you can have the rose being dead when he's walking through the forest.
That's quite
and
clever.
also, I think that the studio scene as a whole might be a bit out of place, because you've got quite a sad thing going on, and then you've just got studio, which I suppose you can make work, but in my opinion, just by hearing it, it would look a bit out of line. Maybe if he was sitting outside or something, or he was in a different area, like on his own somewhere, that'd be like better suited for the video.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, or just for the studio, you can just have, instead of having have no wide angle or medium shots, just have like close-ups, and just so it kind of fits better. Something like that, maybe.
That's the intention, though. The studio isn't meant to be there just to be a studio. It's meant to show that, because while he's in the forest, it's a narration. It's not actually, he's not gonna be lip syncing in the forest, because it's just to show his story. Because you're meant to be listening to the lyrics and then understanding how the video is playing out. So the opportunity we're getting with the recording studio is he's gonna be lip syncing there, and it's to show that he's singing the song like it's his song. And because there'll be more close-ups, there'll be a tighter space, it'll be more emotional, because then you'll see his expressions better, rather than him just walking through the forest and like from the back of his head, from the side, from the top. You know what I mean? It'll be more focused on him, so it draws the attention to him, showing that it's his story, not anyone else's.
You said that you actually wanted to get like you had the girl, and she's gonna be quite like angelic. So you're trying to convey that she's dead, right? Are you gonna do like she's a ghost in the background?
Yeah, so the idea is that you'll only see her in the reflection. So logically, a person will construct that as she's a ghost, because if you don't see her in the actual walking around with him, you'll assume that she's either not there, or she's at least, minimum people will be thinking that she's a figment of his imagination.
So that's what you could have, as lots of things in which you have ghosts, you could actually do when he's like pouring the ashes, she's like right behind him, then you see her fade away.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
is kind of like something you would see if she's a ghost.
That could be something we do, yeah.
And the whole time you don't really know what's going on. You don't really know whether she's there, if she's not. And at the end, when the enigma is revealed and that the ashes are actually poured into the water, it's kind of like, oh yeah, the video actually makes sense now, because you don't really know what's going on until you see the bit at the end. So yeah.
Because what I was planning to do was to show that the last frames will show him or show her walking with him physically in the real world, and then as the camera turns around and he's pouring the ashes away, it sort of reveals that she vanished, and then he just walks back, like end of the day, you know what I mean? So it's sort of like revealing that she was the ghost at the end of the day. Any more concerns on props or conflict of ideas?
No? Okay, thank you.
Sure.